Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm outside of Moscow on something of an impromptu trip, which means I didn't have a lot of prep work, meaning you're going to be getting the voiceover treatment when it comes to all the additional information, but I thought that going someplace kind of different, about an hour and a half to the northeast outside of the capital, would be something interesting to show, and I wanted to take you all along and do it, because today we are in Sergiyev Posad at one of, if not the most important places in the Russian Orthodox Church. Today, we're going to have a walk around Trinity Lavra. So this video is actually from last June, but seeing as how spring just can't get itself fully started and Easter was this last weekend, it felt like an appropriate time to put this out here, just for the religious context and as a reminder that this type of weather is just around the corner. I absolutely love this painting on the entryway here of a saint giving bread to a bear. I'm sure it's super serious, it's a very important story, but let's be real, anytime bears get involved in religion or in the Bible, things get goofy really fast. 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 24. There is plenty of history to be found in these monasteries' walls. There is absolutely no doubt about that, but I want this video to be more of a walk around. I knew basically nothing going into this place, and aside from a few placards with information scattered around the grounds, I was largely in the dark. But with certain landmarks, you don't really need to know any information or history or specific stories about the place to be able to appreciate their beauty, and I believe that's absolutely the case with this monastery. Uspensky Cathedral was built between the years 1559 and 1585 at the behest of Ivan the Terrible. For a Russian Orthodox cathedral, it's relatively reserved, at least as far as the exterior goes. It has these very imposing white walls, and there is a quartet of domes painted in blue and then adorned with gold stars, and those four surround a central golden dome on top. This building, which is done in the style known as Narishkin Baroque, is the Church of Venerable Sergius, or Церковь Преподобного Сергия, which is very cool, very beautiful church, technically, from the outside, but most importantly, it's the inside, which also holds a dining hall that was used by the monks on special occasions. We will go into that a little bit later.
Так, куда мы еще пойдем? Mình đẹp lắm ấy, cái mắt nó xấu thì là con
And this right here is the Svято-Troitsky Sabor, the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity. It is the main church and the oldest one in the monastery, built in 1423. So, yeah, quite old. We will see the interior a little bit later, and you'll actually hear some singing in that video. That is how you will be able to identify the interior of this church.
Очень большой.
The bell tower, which was built over a 30-year period from 1740 to 1770, was originally designed with only 3 stages in mind, but it became apparent that that just simply wasn't enough, and the architects added another 2 to the plan to give us this 5-leveled behemoth that you see here.
Для начала очереди. А мы вот за...
I mentioned earlier how the exterior of the Uspensky Cathedral here was relatively reserved, but it's the interior that leaves the greatest impression. It's one that is simultaneously triumphant, but also austere. The walls, every square inch of them, are covered in paintings of scenes from the Bible and of holy figures. The lower levels, especially on a sunny summer day like the one you're seeing here, are well illuminated, with the additional chandeliers and candles throughout helping as well. Looking up, though, the light grows dimmer, and it's when staring up into the vaulted ceilings that the solemnness of the building can truly be felt. Now, the iconostas here, which is a staple of the Russian Orthodox churches that you find all over the country, this one is absolutely massive. It's 5 stories tall. It's made of carved wood covered in gold leaf. It features 76 different icons from the 17th and 18th centuries.
Во-первых, да, где он произошел, то есть, ну, совсем, если грубо говорить.
This is the interior of the Church of Venerable Sergius that I mentioned earlier, the one that doubled as a bit of a cafeteria of sorts.